Okay, so this might be a little bit different because I'm recording off of my phone, but I just got this from my parents today, and there's a little skit I might do that was recorded off of my computer, which is faced over there. Man, the camera quality is so much better. And it's the NECA poster version. They don't make these anymore. They lost the license to it, and we had some problems with it at the beginning, but it should be fine. Whew. Taking a look at the front box, it's pretty much exactly as you'd expect it, racing through the world on a rampage of destruction. It's alive. Includes a 3D diorama, which I do not know how to take out. The Godzilla name, awesome, and some more. You open it up, shows the figure where the image was, awesome, and then some, awesome, and then some, and this is where he comes out. And apparently you're supposed to be able to take this out into a diagram. I'm not sure how you do that. We'll have to figure it out. Aside, Godzilla King of the Monsters, Shin Godzilla down there. And then you have the back. Authentic color scheme, just like the 1956 poster. Fireball the Demon, belching fire. Pretty much it says, nothing can stop him, he came from the ocean. You can read it yourself if you want. And Spectacular Thrills. And then it has the licensing down here. Don't steal it. You didn't make it. Unless you're Toho, then you made this thing. I mean, technically NECA made it. Yeah, Toho made this, NECA made it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It'll work eventually. And he does come with this atomic breath, which we're going to get to in a second. One thing I should mention, though, is that this thing is a lot more stiff than I would have liked. I don't know if that's a weird thing to say, but it is really weird to feel. And, I mean, if you really want to... Okay, looking at the figure, you can really tell that they put a lot of work into it. As you can see, very well done. I love the color scheme. The only thing that really sets me off is the paint off in some locations. For example, if I made this all green, for example, his hands are not where they're supposed to be. But you can probably fix that by messing with it. Another thing that really bothered me is the tail. The tail isn't like most. It's a bendy wire, so you don't really get that much articulation past this. This whole tail is just gonna stay in this position for like the rest of its life, so that's that. I like the spikes though. The spikes are a really good color and they really complement the green in my opinion. And you're going to get this really cool looking feel. And not only do his eyes look the way they're supposed to be, if I zoom in. Okay, look, you can see his eyes are exactly the way they're supposed to be. Just like the original NECA figure, because this is the poster version I should mention. And we'll get to the NECA thing at the very end. And as you can see, the paint pretty much retains throughout the entire body, but it is different. As you can see, there's more black here and more green here. And then you get to the fingers and the toes, and the fingers, well, they have a lot of green on them and a lot of green on the toes. The toes don't look as bad though in my opinion. They have literally just painted green on the original gray figure, I think. And again, close with the face, it looks really well done in my opinion. And you go down lower the body, and as you can see, the paint is different on multiple sides. There's green here and green back there, instead of just green all around, which is a really weird thing to do, but hey, I still think it looks really, really good. And the back looks pretty good as well. The pink, the hot pink is just such a beautiful color. I think that's what sells it for me. And yeah, as you can see, really good down the line. Again, this tail is going to stay exactly the same position unless you break it, but you know that doesn't work. And then back, you can really see that the paint is somewhat different. His mouth goes open and closed like this. Pose him, neck, ball joint here. You can turn him all the way around. Same thing with like his inner neck, I'm gonna say. That does the same thing too. His arms go up as far as you want. His hands go down as far as you want. They can probably go all the way around, and yes, they can. Who would have thought? And elbows can twist and turn like that, and the hands can move a little bit. They can twist and turn. They can twist and turn a lot. Same thing with that side. Legs go up. These are going to be really hard to move because they have a lot of weight on them, and as you can see, they go all the way up as a traditional NECA figure would. And yeah, again, these might be a little bit difficult to manage because they're really big. The calf, I should say, what is this part called? This can turn around side to side if you want to pose it and try to mimic the leg thing. There you go. Ow. You can see, goes all the way around. Here's his extra toe. And yeah, and for his toes, it can swiftly move a little bit. That's probably the best thing besides the head, in my opinion, that can move. And now let's just get to the tail because this is probably the hardest part. Tail can move up. Okay, tail can move up, down, side to side, all that junk. but it can't be posed as far as I'd like, as this part is pronounced of bendy wire, which pretty much means that it cannot move as good as you want it to. And instead of it being like little clip, it's like this. You can see the lines. It's just straight. And that is a problem, but I think is a okay problem. It can go still really far up and still really far down. Alright, size comparison. Okay, so size comparison, as you can see, goes mainly all the way across. He's a little bit bigger than this guy, but a little smaller than this guy. And yeah, it's pretty much exactly as you'd envision it. In my opinion, these are all really great. This is the game SNES 162 poster version. And just a side view to see how really sad it is. Boom. Boom. Look how small this tail is. I mean, it's bigger than this one, but it's not as big as this one. It's kind of, they're both in the middle, I'd say. But this one can move around more, so I'd say that's a win. Yes, they're pretty much an exact same reused mold. But I still gotta say it looks really good. I like the colors on this one better, just because it's more lively. And what you do is you just pop this thing in. It's like you're eating an ice cream cup. Okay, that's as good as we're gonna get. And the head cannot really look as far with the head because there's more weight on it, but it does fit. It does match the official poster too, so there's that too. And in my honest opinion, if you're gonna try and get this before, the sales run out, but it's probably gonna be uploaded, the date like after you cannot get them anymore. If you can get them on eBay or Amazon, or maybe from like a third-party company, I recommend it. You might have some problems with this thing, and the box does say 14 and up, so if you have any younger kids, just be careful with them. The other two, they're pretty good as well. 5 likes and I'll do a review on one of them. Probably the 62 one, because that's my favorite. And yeah, I guess that's it. That was a weird video, but there you go. I gotta edit 3 things now. 3.